At Noble Nest Veterinary, we understand that pets aren't just animals, they're family. We're here to help you give them the love and care they deserve every step of the way, no matter how the years pass. At Noble Nest Veterinary, we believe that every pet deserves a home filled with love, comfort, and care, no matter their age. Join us as we share heartwarming stories, expert tips, and the best ways to make your furry companions feel cherished. Because here, every tail wag, purr, and snuggle counts. Let's create a life full of love and wellness for your pets together. In the quiet moments of aging, a bond grows deeper. One that isn't defined by time or energy, but by love and understanding. Emma has created a home where her senior dog, Daisy, finds comfort in every detail, every change. This is a story of devotion, of adapting together as the years go by. It's about cherishing the little things, the soft moments that fill a lifetime. For Emma and Daisy, love is the constant that never fades, no matter what life brings. Imagine a cozy, sunlit living room. A gentle breeze seeps through the open window, carrying the scent of blooming flowers. There's a comfortable couch with soft cushions, and beside it, a warm blanket, gently folded. This is where Daisy, a golden retriever with silvering fur and wise eyes, loves to rest. Her bones ache a little more these days, and she can no longer run with the same vigor she once did. But there's something different about this space. It feels like home. Her owner, Emma, watches her settle down, a contented sigh escaping her lips. Emma knows that Daisy isn't the same sprightly pup she once was. She's older now, and her needs have changed. But what hasn't changed is the bond they share, a bond that has only grown deeper through the years. Emma knows that creating a pet-friendly home for Daisy means more than just giving her a place to sleep. It's about comfort, accessibility, and making her feel as special as she's always been. Emma gets up quietly and walks over to the corner of the room. There, on the low shelf, is a bowl filled with water, always refreshed. The floor beneath it is clean, with no slick surfaces that could cause Daisy to slip. Emma has installed non-slip rugs throughout the house, especially by the doorways where the floors can get slippery. She remembers the time Daisy slipped on the wooden floor, struggling to get up, and the panic that followed. From the kitchen, Emma grabs a bag of treats, opening it with a crinkle. Daisy's ears perk up immediately. She wags her tail slowly, the familiar crinkle sound brings a spark of joy to her eyes. Emma bends down, offering a treat and a gentle pet behind Daisy's ears. "Here you go, girl," she whispers, her voice soft with affection. Emma knows that Daisy's age doesn't just affect her body, it affects her mind too. The days when Daisy was the first to the door, barking with excitement when visitors arrived, are gone. But Emma can still see it in her eyes, that spark of curiosity, even if it's slower now. She walks over to the window and opens the blinds just a bit. The view outside is her favorite spot, a small garden with blooming flowers and fluttering butterflies. Daisy loves to watch the world outside, her head tilted, occasionally letting out a soft woof when a squirrel skitters across the yard. Emma has made sure there's easy access to everything Daisy needs. The couch, where Daisy loves to nap, is now equipped with a soft ramp, making it easier for her to hop up without straining her joints. Emma has researched the best orthopedic beds and pillows, creating a dedicated space for Daisy in the living room. It's where she spends most of her time now, curled up comfortably, resting her head on a plush pillow. She's also learned to keep things at Daisy's level, moving her food and water bowls to the ground where Daisy can reach them easily, avoiding any unnecessary strain. The kitchen is filled with the smell of healthy, senior dog food, tailored to her aging body. Emma has learned which foods help Daisy's joints, which treats give her a boost of energy, and which ones make her smile. It's these little things that make a difference. But Emma knows it's not just about physical comfort. It's about creating a space that makes Daisy feel loved and safe. The house is filled with calming scents, lavender oils that Emma occasionally diffuses, and soft music playing in the background. Daisy's sensitive ears pick up the familiar sound of Emma's soothing voice, and there's always a comforting hand resting on her back. One evening, Emma sits down beside Daisy. She strokes her fur, feeling the warmth of her companion. She realizes that in her own way, Daisy is teaching her more about aging, more about how to adapt, and how to find comfort in the simplest moments. It's not about the leaps or the runs anymore. It's about the quiet moments shared between them, the moments when the world fades away and all that's left is this perfect, peaceful connection. No matter how old she gets, Daisy will always be her best friend. And this will always be a place where Daisy is treated like the queen she is. A home where every little change is made with love, where every single adjustment is made to ensure Daisy's comfort, happiness, and well-being. Emma leans back, looking at her precious companion, and whispers softly, "You're home, girl." As the evening sky outside begins to darken, the soft glow of the living room lamp casts a peaceful light over the room. Daisy, nestled in her bed, has closed her eyes, but Emma knows she's not sleeping just yet. She can hear the soft, rhythmic breathing of her beloved dog, a sound that fills Emma's heart with warmth. Emma gets up once more, quietly moving through the house, making sure that everything is in place. The air is filled with the scent of lavender and the faint sound of a rainstorm starting to patter against the windows. She steps into the kitchen, where a small bowl of fresh food is waiting for Daisy. It's specially made for senior dogs, packed with the nutrients she needs to stay strong. Daisy might not be as energetic as she once was, but Emma wants to make sure her body is as healthy as possible for the years to come. The moment Emma sets the bowl down, Daisy stirs, sniffing the air, her tail twitching slightly. She raises her head, eyes still drowsy, but the scent of the food is enough to get her moving. She slowly waddles over, and Emma gently encourages her with a soft voice, "Come on, sweet girl, here's your dinner." Emma watches as Daisy eats slowly, savoring each bite. The silence in the room feels comforting, almost sacred. Emma knows that these moments are fleeting. Her dog won't always be here, and she wants to savor every single one. But tonight, like every other night, Daisy is safe. Daisy is loved, and for that, Emma's deeply grateful. As Daisy finishes her meal, Emma walks to the back door, checking the yard one last time before night falls completely. The garden is quiet now, with only the occasional rustle of leaves in the wind. It's peaceful, just like the atmosphere in the house. The dogs outside might bark, but it's a background hum that only adds to the comfort. Walking back inside, Emma turns off the kitchen light, and the house returns to its calming ambience. She moves to Daisy's side, sitting down on the floor beside her. Daisy looks up at her, those soft, blue eyes still shining with affection. Emma leans forward and whispers, "We're doing okay, aren't we?" Daisy responds with a small wag of her tail, her head resting on her paws as she gazes up at Emma with quiet trust. It's in that moment that Emma feels the weight of all the small things she's done for Daisy. The extra steps, the adjustments, the care. It's all worth it, because Daisy is more than a pet. She's family. She's home. The rain outside grows heavier, and Emma takes comfort in the sound. In this moment, there's nothing more important than the connection they share, the space they've created together. It's not perfect, but it's filled with love, and that's all that truly matters. Emma stands and walks over to her desk, pulling out a small notebook from the drawer. She writes a few words before closing it, setting it aside with a sigh. It's her reminder to always prioritize Daisy's well-being. No matter how many years pass, no matter how many changes life brings, she'll never stop giving Daisy a home that is full of love, safety, and comfort. Turning off the last light, Emma walks back to Daisy, who's now resting, her breathing steady and calm. Emma kneels beside her, giving her one last pat on the head before settling down on the couch. Daisy, sensing her, lifts her head slightly and drifts closer, laying her head on Emma's lap. And there, in the quiet darkness, with only the soft hum of the storm outside, the world fades away. It's just them now, together, and the bond they share will never change. The night deepens, and the storm outside intensifies, the rhythm of the rain growing louder, a steady beat against the windows. Inside, the warmth of the house is like a protective cocoon, wrapping Emma and Daisy in a peaceful embrace. Emma glances down at Daisy, who, despite the storm, rests soundly with a soft sigh. The rhythmic breathing of dog is almost hypnotic, a reminder of the comfort they both find in each other. Emma gently strokes Daisy's fur, feeling the smoothness of her golden coat, now tinged with the silver of age. There's a comforting familiarity in the softness, the way it moves beneath her fingers like it always has. As the storm rages outside, the stillness of the house feels like an anchor in a world that often moves too quickly. Emma reflects on the days when Daisy was a playful puppy, full of energy and mischief. They used to race through the yard, Daisy's paws flying across the grass, her tail wagging like mad. Those days seem like a lifetime ago, but they haven't faded. They're etched in Emma's heart, and they always will be. But now, these quiet moments mean just as much, if not more. The way Daisy looks up at her with those wise, loving eyes, the way she trusts Emma completely, without question. It's in the small, tender gestures, the way Daisy still manages to curl up beside Emma, seeking her warmth, even in her older years. The storm might howl and the winds might howl outside, but here, within the walls of this home, nothing feels uncertain. Nothing feels lost. Emma pulls the blanket tighter around her shoulders, the soft fabric comforting against her skin, and then she hears it. The gentle rustling sound of Daisy shifting beside her. She's not asleep, but simply resting, eyes half closed, content to be with Emma. Emma's heart swells. She leans over, pressing a kiss to the top of Daisy's head. "You're the best," Emma whispers softly, barely audible against the backdrop of the storm. The sound of Daisy's tail thumping against the floor is the only answer, a quiet expression of affection, as if Daisy is saying, "I know." Emma leans back into the couch, Daisy still nestled beside her, and closes her eyes. The peaceful hum of the storm outside, the rhythmic breathing of Daisy, the gentle warmth of the living room. It's enough. It always has been. She can feel the weight of the day lift as she allows herself to relax, to be present in the moment. Life is constantly changing and Daisy is growing older, but in this moment, everything is as it should be. For Emma, there is no greater joy than creating a space where Daisy feels safe, loved, and cherished. A space where no matter how much time passes, the bond between them will never break. It's not about the runs in the park anymore, or the playful games of fetch. It's about these quiet, cherished moments of togetherness where the love is so tangible that it fills the room and overflows into the hearts of both. With Daisy by her side, Emma feels that no matter what life throws her way, she's never alone. Not really, because as long as they're together, there's a silent promise, one of unwavering love, of lifelong companionship. And that promise, Emma knows, is one that will never fade, no matter how many years come and go. And so they stay there, wrapped in their own little world, content and at peace, as the storm continues to rage outside, the night stretching on, with no end in sight. As the night deepens, the storm outside begins to subside, its intensity waning as the rain shifts from a downpour to a soft drizzle. The world outside, once chaotic and loud, now feels distant, like a forgotten memory. Inside, the house remains a sanctuary, warm and still, with only the gentle sound of Daisy's breathing and the occasional rustle of the wind against the trees. Emma looks down at her dog, her loyal companion, who has now curled herself tightly into a little ball beside her. The aging fur, the soft weight of her body pressing against Emma's leg. It's such a familiar feeling, one that Emma has known for years, and yet, every day, it feels just as precious as the first time they met. In the quiet of the room, Emma's thoughts drift back to the day they first brought Daisy home, how small she was, how she fit perfectly in the palm of Emma's hand. She remembers the excitement and the nervousness, the little puppy exploring every corner of the house, wagging her tail so hard it almost looked like she might take off. Daisy was a whirlwind back then, full of energy and life. Now, Emma sees that same spirit in her, just more subdued. It's in the way she rests her head on Emma's lap, her tail giving a small wag, as if to say, "I'm still here, still with you." Emma runs her fingers through Daisy's fur once again, her thoughts filled with gratitude. There's something sacred about caring for an older dog. It's not just about looking after their physical needs, but about honoring the history they've shared, the memories they've made together, the way Daisy's presence has shaped her life, how the bond between them has grown stronger over the years, can never be replaced. She glances over at the clock on the wall. Time, like the storm outside, is constantly moving, relentlessly pushing forward. Emma wonders how much time they have left, but she quickly pushes the thought aside. It doesn't matter. What matters is right now. What matters is Daisy here beside her, feeling safe and loved. That's enough. Emma begins to gently stroke Daisy's back, her touch soft and rhythmic, almost like Rillaby. The rhythmic motion seems to calm both of them. as if time itself has slowed down in this small moment. She watches the rise and fall of Daisy's chest, the peacefulness of her slumber. Emma is content to sit there, to just be with her. But soon, as she sits there, a familiar feeling creeps in, the yearning to make sure Daisy's future, however long or short, is filled with nothing but love and comfort. She thinks about the adjustments she's made over the years, the ramp to the couch, the orthopedic bed, the small steps to make life easier for Daisy, and she knows there will be more. No stone will be left unturned in her effort to ensure Daisy's happiness. The sound of the rain outside finally stops altogether, replaced by the occasional creak of the house settling. The stillness is almost surreal, a quiet peace that feels like it belongs only to this moment, only to them. Emma pulls her legs up onto the couch, curling herself around Daisy, enveloping her in warmth. She gently closes her eyes, the rhythmic breathing of Daisy lulling her into a state of serenity. As she drifts off to sleep, Emma whispers into the quiet room, almost as a prayer, "Well, take care of you, Daisy. Always." And in that moment, with the storm gone, with the house in perfect stillness, the unspoken promise lingers in the air, an invisible thread that ties Emma and Daisy together. Through every change, every challenge, and every moment, their bond remains. Steadfast, unconditional, and eternal. Time may change many things, but this, their love, will always be the same, and so the night carries on. As the night deepens, the house grows even quieter. The only sounds now the occasional gust of wind against the window and the soft breathing of Daisy. Emma remains nestled into the couch, her hand resting gently on Daisy's back, feeling the steady rise and fall of her chest. The house is calm, peaceful, like the world outside has fallen away, leaving only them in this shared space, in this shared moment. Daisy stirs slightly, her tail flicking once, then settling back down. Emma smiles softly, the sight of her dog's contentedness grounding her. There's a comfort in knowing that, despite the passage of time, some things remain unchanged. Their bond, their routines, the quiet moments of connection. These are the things that have always mattered. They don't need grand gestures or flashy moments, just the simple act of being together is enough. Emma glances toward the window. The rain has stopped, leaving a fresh scent in the air. The sky is still dark, but the first hint of dawn is on the horizon, the softest whisper of light slowly creeping into the night. Emma feels a gentle tug in her heart, an unspoken understanding that this is the stillness before the world wakes up, the calm before the rush of the day begins. She has no desire to break it. A deep sigh escapes Emma's lips as she leans back, her fingers still tracing patterns in Daisy's fur. She wonders what the future holds for them, but she also knows that worrying about it won't change a thing. What matters is that, for now, Daisy is here, healthy, happy, and loved. Emma finds herself at peace with that thought. It's all she needs. Daisy shifts again, this time closer to Emma, seeking warmth. Emma's heart swells as she watches the dog move instinctively, knowing that no matter how much time passes, Daisy will always find her. There's something timeless about that kind of love, an enduring, unspoken bond that doesn't rely on words or grand gestures, but simply exists in the quiet moments of trust and companionship. Emma can feel the weight of the years on Daisy's body, the slow, steady changes that come with age. She's seen them before. The slow movements, the occasional difficulty getting up, the way her dog's once vibrant energy has softened into a quieter rhythm. But every change, every adjustment, only deepens Emma's love and commitment. They're growing older together, and in that there's beauty. A beauty that's not found in the wild energy of youth, but in the steady presence of love that has endured through the years. As the first light of dawn begins to break through the windows, casting soft shadows in the room, Emma reaches for her phone, the screen lighting up briefly in the darkness. She quickly checks her messages, but her mind isn't fully there. It's still on Daisy, on the quiet moments they share, on the life they've built together. She knows the world will continue to move forward, bringing with it its challenges and changes. But for now, in this moment, it feels like nothing else matters. Emma sets her phone down and leans back against the couch, closing her eyes. The softness of Daisy's fur against her skin, the warmth of her body beside Emma, feels like everything she needs. In these moments, there is no need for anything more than the bond they share, a bond that is more steadfast and enduring than any of life's fleeting distractions. Emma smiles softly, content in the silence, the stillness, and the promise of many more quiet mornings together. And, as the light of dawn slowly fills the room, a new day begins. But for now, it's just Emma and Daisy, together in the quiet of the morning, bound by love, trust, and the simple beauty of shared moments. As the soft light of dawn stretches further across the room, Emma's eyelids flutter open, still heavy with sleep, but there's a calmness within her that she hasn't felt in a while. The world outside has come alive, but in this moment, the world inside the house feels sacred, untouched by the rush of the day. Daisy stirs slightly, her fur moving beneath Emma's hand. She lets out a contented sigh and shifts closer, nuzzling her head into Emma's lap, as if seeking the warmth and comfort she's always known. Emma gently strokes Daisy's ears, her touch soft and loving, and she feels a surge of gratitude wash over her. These quiet mornings, these peaceful, tender moments, are treasures she holds on to. She knows the days are passing, and Daisy's age is slowly catching up with her. But there's something in the way Daisy looks at her, so trusting and loyal, that makes time feel less important. What matters now is the bond they've cultivated, one built over years of companionship, laughter, shared silences, and endless love. The house is beginning to stir with the quiet sounds of the morning, the faint hum of the refrigerator kicking on, the soft creak of the floorboards as Emma shifts her weight. The sunlight that had crept in earlier now spills fully over the room, casting warm shadows that stretch across the walls. The warmth of the sun feels good against Emma's skin, grounding her, pulling her back into the present moment. But as Emma looks down at Daisy, she's reminded of how much has changed. The playful puppy that used to dart around the yard, chasing balls and wagging her tail furiously, has grown into an older dog with a quieter, more measured pace. The excitement of a walk around the block is now replaced with slower, more thoughtful strolls, and the little hops into the car have been replaced by a gentle nudge from Emma to help Daisy up. Each change is a reminder of the fleeting nature of time, but it also reminds Emma of how much Daisy has given her over the years: unwavering love, companionship, and loyalty. Emma's gaze drifts to the window, where the garden outside is bathed in the soft glow of the morning. The flowers that Daisy once playfully sniffed are now still, their petals damp with the remnants of the rain. The grass glistens with dew, and the birds begin their morning songs, filling the air with a sense of renewal. It's a beautiful sight, and for a moment, Emma lets herself enjoy the simplicity of it all. With a deep breath, Emma carefully adjusts her position, not wanting to disturb Daisy. She rises quietly from the couch, feeling the coolness of the floor beneath her feet. As she moves across the room, she checks on the water bowl, filled to the brim, as always. She adds a few scoops of Daisy's special food into her bowl, making sure everything is just right. When she turns back, Daisy is still curled up, content, and peaceful. Emma smiles softly, watching her for a moment longer before heading to the kitchen to make herself a cup of coffee. The house feels peaceful, but there's a quiet energy in the air. Emma knows that no matter how much time passes, there will always be the little things she can do for Daisy. The extra comfort, the extra care, the extra attention, they're all part of the promise she made the day they brought Daisy home. It's not just about providing the essentials, but about making sure Daisy knows that every moment she spends in this home is filled with love. As Emma sips her coffee, she gazes out the window once more, watching the garden come to life in the morning light. Daisy's presence in her life has transformed her in ways she never expected. She's not just a dog. She's a partner, a companion, a friend. She's a piece of Emma's heart that no amount of time can take away. And for that, Emma feels an overwhelming sense of gratitude. The day has only just begun, but Emma knows that the moments she shares with Daisy, no matter how small, will always be the moments that matter most. She glances over at her dog, who is slowly waking up, her eyes blinking in the early light. "I love you, girl," Emma whispers, her voice soft but full of emotion. Daisy, ever so faithful, looks up at her with those wise eyes, her tail giving a slow, contented wag. There's no need for words beyond that. In that simple exchange, everything is understood. And as the morning unfolds, Emma and Daisy remain in their quiet world, where time moves spoken and love, unspoken yet undeniable, fills every corner of their home. The days may pass and change may come, but in this moment everything is as it should be, together, always. As the morning continues to unfold, the soft light spilling across the room, Emma and Daisy share one last, lingering moment of quiet connection. Daisy, now fully awake, slowly lifts her head from Emma's lap, looking up at her with those familiar, trusting eyes. The bond between them, unspoken yet strong, fills the room. Emma gently leans down, brushing a stray lock of hair behind her ear as she gazes at her beloved dog. She knows that the road ahead will require patience and love, but she's ready for it. For every slow walk, for every moment of rest, and for every shared breath they take together. The world outside is bustling again, the sun now bright in the sky, but here, in this little corner of the world, Emma and Daisy have everything they need. In the small gestures, the quiet companionship, and the tender moments of care, they've built something far more precious than time itself, a lifetime of love. As the day stretches ahead, Emma reaches down, running her hand gently through Daisy's fur. "We've still got each other," she whispers. And in that simple truth, everything else fades away. The future can wait, for in this moment they are home, together, forever.